The 25 best right wingers world soccer rank. A number of modern-day greats have flourished, cutting in from the right flank. The classic touchline-hugging right winger is a dying breed in the modern game. In today's tactical landscape, the role has evolved. The rise of inverted wingers have redefined expectations. It's no longer just about beating the fullback and whipping in a cross. Now right wingers are creators and scorers, often drifting into central areas to influence the game with their stronger foot. While the traditional wide man still exists in pockets, most of the elites in this position blend flair, tactical intelligence, and end product in ways that reflect the demand of the modern game. With that in mind, here is Sports Illustrated ranking of 25 best right wingers in the world right now. On the 25th position is Inaki Williams. Inaki Williams' brother Nico has stolen the headline in recent times, but his older sibling has proven the perfect role model. Having spent almost the entire of his senior career with Athletic Club in the city of his birth, he's been an uber consistent force for the Basque outfit for over a decade. Williams is renowned for his speed and tenacity down the right wing, and while he is not the most prolific forward Spanish football has ever seen, he's such a reliable performer. While he does feature regularly on the score sheet, he's also an exceptional creator. Williams is slowing down in terms of his output and raw pace, but the Ghana international still has plenty of years left in him at the elite level. On 24th position is Anthony. Anthony might just be the definitive proof that Old Trafford is cursed. Following his record-breaking move from Ajax to Manchester United in 2022, he became the butt of countless jokes, failed trademarks, spins, fluffed chances, and performances that looked more Sunday League than Super Sunday. Confidence chattered. He was a shadow of the winger United thought they were singing, but a lone move to Real Betis for the second half of the 2024-2025 season sparked a remarkable turnaround. In 26 games, he notched 9 goals and 5 assists, finally resembling the electric, fearless talent that one leads up the Eredivisie. His path to stardom may have been derailed by the chaos of Old Trafford, but now playing with confidence and swaggers once again, Anthony looks like a player reborn. Now definitely moved on from the theater of nightmares, the world might still be his oysters. On 23 is Iliman Ndiaye. It was only a chance encounter that allowed Iliman Ndiaye to enroll in Boreham Wood's Academy after moving to England from Senegal to play non-league as a teenager. Propelled by an unshakable faith in his ability, Ndiaye would fight his way up to the Sheffield United in the Championship before joining French giants Marseille in a dream move that never quite panned out. Defiant as ever, Ndiaye moved to Everton in 2024 and has gone from strength to strength, emerging as one of Premier League's most reliable forwards. On 22 position is Francisco. Because of an underwhelming stint at Wolverhampton Wanderers and the fact he now plays outside one of Europe's top 5 leagues, Francisco Trincao often feels like a forgotten man. But make no mistake, this is a player Barcelona once slapped a €500 million release clause on, and at Sporting CP, he's steadily reminding everyone why. Over the past few seasons, Trincao has established himself as the Premier League's best right winger, scoring 34 goals and regularly pulling the strings from wide areas. He's silky on the ball, intelligent in his movement, and thrives in tight spaces. While naturally left-footed, he is comfortable operating across the final third, often drifting inside the link play, thread passes between the lines, or left fly from distance. His creativity, close control, and ability to break down deep blocks have made him a nightmare to defend against. Now he is finally starting to get his international rewards too. He bagged his first goal for Portugal with a clinical brace against Denmark in March 2025. Trincao might have flown under the radar in recent years, but if his form continues, he won't stay slept on for long. 21. Leroy Sané. During his 5-year spell at Bayern Munich, Leroy Sané never quite hit the heights many expected. While the German international certainly had his moments, he never enjoyed the same standout season or consistency as fellow wingers like Sang Gnabry, Kingsley Coman, or Mikel Olise. Injuries, dips in form, and perhaps a crisis of confidence often held him back just when it looked like he was ready to explode. But when he was on it, he was electric, arguably the most gifted of the lot. A rocket of a left foot, blistering pace, enough to rival Alphonso Davies, and dazzling footwork made him a nightmare for defenders. The problem, too often, he was just as frustrating for his own teammates, wasteful in the final third and out of synchrony. Now at Galatasaray, away from the unforgiving glare of the Alianza, Sané has a fresh chance to turn undeniable talent into reliable output. He's never lacked ability, but finding consistency and shaping his end product will be the key to finally delivering on all promises. 20. Jarrod Bowen. From non-league Hereford United to lifting European silverware with West Ham, Jarrod Bowen's rise has been nothing short of remarkable. Since arriving in East London from Hull City in January 2020, Bowen has quietly built a reputation as one of the Premier League's most dependable wide forwards. His breakout 2021-2022 season, which saw him notch 12 league goals and 10 assists, earned him a long-awaited England debut and established him as a key figure for the Hammers. That level hasn't dropped. In fact, it's been matched and then some. Bowen hit a career's best of 20 goals in all competition during the 2023-2024 campaign, followed by another 14 the season after. Italy made all the more impressive, given West Ham's struggle as a team. A tireless runner and relentless presser, Bowen often makes his own chances, blending hard work with clinical finishing, and with that last-minute winner in the 2023 Europa Conference League final, he earned his place in West Ham's folklore forever. 19th, Mohamed Kudus. One of the many exciting talents to thrive at the Right to Dream Academy in Ghana, Mohamed Kudus really made his name at Ajax. The powerful and versatile forward dazzled in Amsterdam with some hugely impressive performances in the Champions League during the 2022-2023 season. Intriguing English side. West Ham United able to convince the Ghanaian to make the move to London, and he hit the ground running with the iron, catching the eye in the Premier League and Europa League. While his second term with the Hammers wasn't quite as impressive, Kudus still earned a lucrative move to Tottenham Hotspur. Kudus has the perfect blend of athleticism, strength, and flair, making him an incredibly difficult man to stop at full tilt. The sky is the limit for him. 18. Yeremy Pino. Yeremy Pino's trajectory hit a major roadblock when he suffered a crucial ligament tear in November 2023, ruling him out for the majority of the season. But he bounced back in style in 2024-2025, delivering the kind of composure, high-level performances that earned him regular call-ups to the Spanish national team. No small feat for players still in his early 20s and playing for Villarreal, a club outside Spain's traditional elite. Pino isn't the kind of winger who overwhelms with raw pace or flashy number. What he brings instead is something more subtle and often more valuable. He is a typical Spanish wide player, clever, technically superb, a brilliant dribbler, and someone who reads a game several steps ahead. He glides past defenders, links play intelligently, and rarely makes the wrong decisions. On the 17th position is Magnus Clitch, with Ousmane Dembele, Desire Doué, Michel Olise, and a raft of other talented right-wingers at France's disposal. It's easy to see why Magnus Clitch goes a bit under the radar. Yet, if we are talking purely about talent, the fleet-footed winger is right up there. Whether it's fashioning chances with an eye of the needle pass or a busting run in the final third, Clitch has a tremendous impact in the vast majority of games he plays in. He operates in spaces that defenders don't want to overcommit to covering, and has the talent to dance away from opposition players when he is closed down. Clitch also has great composure and an ever-improving understanding of the game. He recognizes when slowing the tempo is the right thing to do, as well as when it's time to strike. A keen eye for goal only enhances his repertoire further, making him one of League One's most well-rounded forwards. On 16th position is Savinho. Savinho is the archetypal Brazilian winger, bursting with flair, dazzling trick, and blistering pace that leave defender grasping at air and fans on their feet. Primarily playing on the left wing, he was the standout star in Girona's unlikely and thrilling 2023-2024 campaign, helping them finish third in La Liga and qualifying for Champions League for the very first time. A move to Manchester City followed last summer, where he was subsequently shifted to the opposite flank, and despite the team's struggle, Savinho still managed a solid debut season, contributing 3 goals and 13 assists. Rediscovering the goal-scoring form he showed at Girona, Savinho could become a real game-changer in the Premier League. Franco Mastantuono, when Real Madrid came calling and agreed to pay 45 million for your service before you turn 18, you know you've got talent. Franco Mastantuono is the 15th player we're considering. In the case of Franco Mastantuono, there's a frightening amount of it. A regular for River Plate from the age of 16, Mastantuono became the South American Giants' third youngest player when he made his debut in January, and it didn't take him long to become the youngest goal scorer in club history too, a record he took away from none other than Javier Saviola. The it factor was there from the first minute Mastantuono stepped onto the field, and he hasn't looked back, quickly drawing the attention of Real Madrid. At the Bernabeu, he's taken to his new surroundings like a duck to water, brushing off the pressure of playing the world's biggest club to slot in seamlessly along the likes of Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. A tremendous ball striker, Mastantuono is particularly dangerous in a one-on-one situation, and he's shown great vision, composure, and an overall maturity beyond his tender years. On the 14th position is Giuliano Simeone. When your father is the manager of the team, people are quick to assume you only got picked because of your name. But in the case of Giuliano Simeone, son of Atletico Madrid boss Diego Simeone, that couldn't be further from the truth. The young winger has more than earned his place and is fast becoming a key figure for Los Rojiblancos. When Diego was a bruising, no-nonsense midfielder, Giuliano is a fleet-footed winger, but he's clearly inherited plenty of his father's traits. On top of his pace, explosive movement, and sharp dribbling, he brings relentless energy, versatility, and a willingness to do the dirty work off the ball. In many ways, he's the perfect player for Chilismo, which, given his heritage, really shouldn't come as a surprise. On 13th position is Amad Diallo. Expectations were high for Amad Diallo when he made the pressy switch from Atalanta to Manchester United. At a tender age, with the Ivorian needing a little time to make his mark, he made just 9 appearances for the Red Devils before his first loan spell to Rangers, which offered a flavour of his quality. Ahmad's next loan stint with Sunderland was far more impressive, though. The speed star managed 14 goals and 4 assists for the Black Cats in the second tier, under enough to convince United to offer him more opportunity moving forward. He's since become a crucial member of the United squad and produced a particular eye-catching 2024-2025 campaign, during which he rose tall amidst the darkness and mediocrity. The positive thing for the Red Devil is that there is even more to come from the flexible winger. 12. Noni Madueke is the kind of winger defenders dread facing direct, fearless and always looking to take them on by going wide rather than cutting inside, which is increasingly rare in modern game. He puts that skill set to good use for Enzo Maresca's Chelsea in the 2024-2025 season, scoring 11 goals and providing 5 assists. But the Blues' desire to rip up the playbook of traditional squad building meant he was available for transfer at the end of the campaign. There have been concerns over Madueke's attitude. He was dropped from the squad for poor training performances, threw tantrums when substituted, argued with teammates over who should take penalties, and often frustrated those around him with decision making. But Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta saw enough potential to take a risk. The Gunners have been handsomely rewarded so far, with England and Thomas Tuchel also reaping the benefit of Madueke's renewed focus. The promise to become one of the very best is there, but some careful management is required to keep things on track. On 11th position is Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto has been desperately unlucky with injuries, missing nearly 2 full years of football due to strings of setbacks. So when he joined Chelsea in the summer of 2024, it was no surprise that it took time for him to get going. But by the business end of 2024-2025 campaign, Neto had found his rhythm and showed exactly why Chelsea were willing to spend 54 million on him. Dating runs, sharp touches, dazzling footwork, explosive shifts of pace, and most importantly, vastly improved end product. His final ball sharpened, his finishing matured, and the goals started to come, including 3 standout strikes at the Club World Cup, where he helped fire Chelsea to title and emerge as one of the tournament's standout performers. If he can stay fit and keep trending upward, Neto's stock will only continue to rise. 10 is Rodrigo. You can't help but wonder, if Rodrigo were given central stage, would he be talking about one of the very best players? Would we be talking about one of the very best players in the world? The Real Madrid forward has all the tools, except perhaps top-tier physicality, to be truly elite. He's a master tactician, dangerous 1v1, and strikes the ball as cleanly as anyone in Europe. From distance or tight angles, he's got a right foot and turns half chances into highlight reels. Even his Real Madrid teammate Jude Bellingham knows the score. For me, he's probably the most talented and most gifted player in the squad, Bellingham said. The things he can do with the football will be messing around, and he'll flick the ball up somehow, and you're thinking how he did that. But opportunities has always been the issues, whether at Real Madrid or with Brazil. Rodrigo being stuck in the shadow of Vinicius Jr. and now with Kylian Mbappe in the mix at the Bernabeu, that spotlight only gets smaller. Rodrigo's quest for the spotlight has been curtailed by devastating ACL injury. On the 9th position is Estavo. You are just a Estavois, the Chelsea fans chanted at Lamine Yamal after the new darling of Stamford Bridge upstage. Barcelona's teenage icon in a defining Champions League performance. While that may be a bit extreme, the Brazilian gem has certainly made a swift start to life in West London. Rather than Yamal, Real Madrid's Endrick served as a more useful useful measuring stick. Just like his compatriot Estevao was thrust into the burning spotlight at one of the Europe's elite age 18, while the Real Madrid striker struggled to justify his £47.5 million price tag. Estevao has rapidly made a mockery of the €45 million Chelsea paid Palmares for him last summer. Deft in the dribble and refreshingly direct, the Brazilian international has earned comparison to Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, which don't feel outrageously overblown. On the 8th position is Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic's career hasn't quite hit the heights many projected after his explosive breakthrough at Borussia Dortmund. Touted as a generational talent from the US, the winger quickly found himself in the global spotlight. His early rise earned him a big money move to Chelsea, but while there were flashes of brilliance, that post-lockdown purple match in 2020 spring to mind. Injuries and inconsistencies saw him slip down the pecking order at Stamford Bridge, but Italy has provided the reset Pulisic so badly needed. Since joining AC Milan, the American has looked reborn. His debut 2023-2024 campaign was the most productive of his career, and he raised the bar again in 2024-2025 season, breaking his own record and firmly establishing himself as one of Serie A's standout performers. 2025-2026 is off the tremendous start too. Renowned for his searing pace, close control and direct in a one-on-one situation, Captain American now looks confident, comfortable and crucially happy, finally beginning to live up to the weight of his nickname. On the 7th position is Bryan Mbeumo. A few years ago, the idea of any Brentford player being listed among the best in the world would have raised eyebrows, but under the now departed Thomas Frank, the Bees have soared and Bryan Mbeumo, now of Manchester United, has led the charge on the pitch. The Cameroonian winger has been a star for some time now, but enjoyed his best season to date in the 2024-25, scoring a mightily impressive 20 Premier League goals from the right flank and adding 8 assists. But the stats only tells part of the story. Week in, week out, Mbeumo was a nightmare for defenders. Quick, direct and relentless, he tormented backlines with his pace, intelligence, movement and sharp dribbling. His energy set the tune for Brentford's attack play and made him one of the most dangerous wide men in the league. A few more seasons like that and no one will question his pace among the game's elite. 6th position is Lionel Messi. Things may have been slowing down a little for Lionel Messi, the greatest footballer of all time. His legs aren't as quick and that devastating change of pace from his Barcelona days have softened. But believe us when we say on the ball, there is still nobody, and we mean nobody, better than Lionel Messi in world football. His feet, pure magic, his passing range, unmatched, his football IQ, something the game has never seen before and likely never will again. Even without his blistering speed, the Inter Miami superstar can switch from effortless calm to ruthless destruction in an instant, gliding past defenders and finding the net from all angles week after week. Just look at how he tore up the 2025 Club World Cup. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, nothing will. Messi remains a force of nature. On the 5th position is Mohamed Salah. There isn't a so-called winger in the world football more ruthless in front of goal than Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian first crack at the Premier League might have fizzled, but his return with Liverpool sparked a legacy. Since arriving at Anfield in 2017, Salah has morphed into one of the most consistent and clinical forwards the English game has ever seen. His league goal tallies tell the story: 32, 22, 19, 22, 23, 19, 18, and most recently 29. 4 golden boots, countless moments of brilliance, and yet somehow he's still getting better with age, a true testament to his longevity and elite mentality. While everything else at Anfield has evolved, players rotating in and out, even a new manager taking the reins, one thing remains constant: Mo Salah, relentless, brilliant, unshaking, world class. He's not just Liverpool's talisman, he's a modern great. Full stop. On the fourth position is Desire Doe. We've written a lot of things, top 25 list, and truth be told, Paris Saint-Germain's starlet Desire Doe could slot into most of them, despite still being in the early stages of his career. Central midfielder, no problem. He's got the passing range, vision, and tactical IQ to run a game at the highest level. Left wing, easy. Attacking midfielder or central forward, absolutely. He's a genuine goal threat, off either foot and capable of unlocking defenses with a quick chimney, a threaded ball, and a long-range rocket. But for the sake of categorism, we've placed him here as a right winger because that is where he's done the most damage so far. Take the 2025 Champions League final. Doe was unplayable up against Federico Di Marco, one of Europe's most decorated and consistent fullback. He scored twice, assisted another, and generally made the world's biggest club football stage look like his own personal playground. And don't worry, Federico, you won't be the last defender left chasing shadows by the Frenchman. That list is only going to grow. On the third position is Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is the flashiest name on the list, but when fit, he's one of the most consistent, efficient, and complete winger in the game. A product of his early development as a left back, Saka brings a rare balance to his play. He works relentlessly off the ball, tracking back intelligently, and puts in the kind of defensive shift most attacking players wouldn't dream of, all while delivering goals and assists with near weekly regularities. Put simply, if you want guaranteed output, discipline, and hard work, Saka's young man. He may not always light up a highlight reel, but for managers he's a dream. Arsenal fans will tell you he's the best thing since sliced bread, and truthfully, they are not far off. On the second position is Michael Olise. There's arguably no player in Europe football right now with a more devastating left foot than Michael Olise. Whether he's whipping crosses into the box for Hurricane or Kylian Mbappe to finish, or bending one of the top corner himself, the Bayern Munich and France star makes the impossible looks effortless. His delivery is a blend of pace, power, and call, so precise and so dangerous that even when defenders know what is coming, there's often nothing they can do about it. But Olise is far from a one-footed wonder. He's two-footed, tactically sharp, and a top-tier player. Cutting in from the right flanks, he glides past defenders with ease, threading clever through balls, linking play, and constantly creating chances out of the tight spaces. Now thriving on one of Europe's biggest stage, Olise has proved he belongs at the top, and he's only just getting started. And on the very first position is Lamine Yamal. Given his age, Lamine Yamal has no right to be this good, and yet here we are. Still only a teenager, Yamal is already a bona fide superstar for both club and country. He's broken records, embarrassed defenders, and collected silverwares like stickers, including a Euro 2024 title with Spain and a domestic treble with Barcelona in the 2024-2025 season. He's making the world's most competitive sport look alarmingly effortless. And let's be clear, this isn't some flash in the pan hype job. Right now, nearly everything good that Spain and Barca do flows through him. He's a creator, a controller, and above all, that player, the one who delivers magic when the moment demands it. His ceiling, we are taking all time all-time greats. We are talking of all-time greats. If Yamal keeps his focus, the game might just belong to him. For more soccer gist and trending sports stories, subscribe to our YouTube channels, Avoncolas Production and Avoncola Movies. Connect with us on TikTok at Avoncolas Production, at Avoncola24, at Avoncola Studio, and at Achebulu David. I remain your host and sport presenter, Achebulu Joingoyo David, reporting for Avoncolas Services. On behalf of the management team of Avoncolas Services, I want to thank you for taking our time to watch this particular episode to the very end. We hope to see you in subsequent episode. It is goodbye from us for now. Thanks at Avoncolas Production and Avoncola Movie. Copyright Avoncolas Services.